How's it going? No, I got to turn this part off. And I got to make sure my phone is on Do Not Disturb. Yes, it is. Hey, happy Saturday. I'll tell you what. I'm going to wait for everybody to get in here. If you want me to say hi, I want to say hi to you. So say hi to me first, or everybody in the chat. And then, I got to turn this fan up. And then we can, hell, hey, just watching, how's it going? I got it. I'm waiting for everybody to come in so that I can, come in and say hello so I can get, shout you out and say, hey, peeps. Oh, wow, it went from 3 to 16 like in a minute. Hey, Joe Mama, how's it going? If you saw my live yesterday, you'll know why this is necessary. I literally just got out of bed an hour ago because I was afraid to move. Well, it's on my phone there. There we go. Hope you're having a great day. I'm doing laundry, etc. Okay. Oh my God, Corey. Oh my. Really? Was it? I don't remember much last night. It's not that I don't remember. It's just I was in a zone. I'm going to tell you all about the garden zone in a minute. Hey, Becky. Oh, well, I'm glad you're back. I am feeling better. I'm in a lot of pain. A little better. That's why I said what I did in chat. I missed something there. Howie's out tidying up the deck, getting all the gravel from the pool stairs and the bark from the wood and the garbage from my gardening and all that stuff. Hey, Angie. All right, give me a second here, folks. Come on in. Say hello. Let me just check this for a second here. That's a, whoops, not off. That's a little better, isn't it? For those who were not benefit to my page. Oh, I heard you, Joe Mama. Oh, I wish I could do a deep cleaning in my kitchen. Anyway, let me tell you. Let me say hi. Let me just pop out the chat here. I don't know why this hasn't started going live yet. I don't know why it's. Oh well, let's pop out the chat. Like you can see me, right? Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. So, let me tell you about yesterday. This is the stuff I couldn't tell you while I was gardening. I had to get out in the garden last night. This is what I was telling anybody who was on the Patreon Freaky Friday last night saw just how much good getting out in the garden did me yesterday. As painful and as hard as it was, and it was mostly hard for Howie. He did 60% of the weeding and 90% of the schlepping, right? Moving benches and cameras and helping me walk and stuff like that. Now you know what I say when I say I couldn't do this without my husband. You are magnificent, my love. So, I had such a need to get out in the garden yesterday that it was superseding all sane thought. And it was sunny, and then at about 4 o'clock, clouds started coming in, and I started getting really, really anxious, right? So I phoned Howie when I figured he's on his way home, and I said, "Where are you?" He said, "I'm coming up the hill," right? So I said, if I get my bra on, because I couldn't even do that yesterday. I said, if I get my bra on and meet you at the door, will you help me get out into the garden to pull some weeds? He said, okay. He said, I thought we are going to do that tomorrow. I said, if I don't do it now, it's not going to ever get done again. That was how I felt, guys. Like, you know, if we got 2 days of rain with all those weeds, my garden would be a jungle, and it would be too overwhelming for me to handle, right? So, what's going on, Michelle? Everybody's in everybody's prayers. We always keep everybody in prayers. So anyway, Linda, okay, why am I not showing up as, I'm showing up as Life with the Wolfies. Okay, I will be right back. There's a reason why this is not working properly for me. There we go. There we go.
Do you want to?
No, I don't wanna hear it. Okay, pop out chat. Here we go. Okay. Are they putting stents in, honey? Didn't you say he already had stents? Or is that somebody else I'm talking to? So anyway, let me finish this and then I'll come in and say hi to everybody. So, you know what I mean? I was at that point in my life. I was at a tipping point yesterday. That if I didn't get out in the garden somehow and get something done, it was going to be lost to me for the rest of the year, bad knee or not. I had to get out in the garden. So Howie got me out in the garden. You saw the rest, and we got the whole garden weeded and watered. And when I came in the house, the last energy I had was getting in and out of the shower using my walker. And I looked up the weather forecast, and it's supposed to rain for the next 8 days. Now, it hasn't. But my point is it was like my body was saying, it's going to rain, it's going to rain, it's going to rain. If you don't pull those weeds now, man, tomorrow's going to be too late, la, 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 la. So let me tell you about the results of that. I had so much, now I couldn't do anything with it because I was in pain, but I had so much energy, like afterwards. Eh, dear? What? They can come down. Yeah, but I'd like the box. What? I'd like the pieces. I'd like the flower boxes left there. Drink some water, dear. Thank you. So I had energy last night as if I had drank like 3 of Angie's green juices. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't dance. But I'll tell you what, the joy. It was like I'd had a blood transfusion with steroids. You know what I mean? It was amazing, the feeling. I felt alive again. This knee, it's bad enough on a regular, I'm not complaining. It's bad enough on a regular basis that I can barely do the things that I do. But when my knee, both my knees are buggered right now. Both of them. This one has not healed, right? But when that happened, it was like, is this going to be the rest of my life? And I couldn't face that. I just couldn't face it. I had to do something. And it worked. Got my hands in the dirt, pulling plants, ate some weeds. It was awesome. Okay. Let me pop at the participants and say hello to Butterfly Rainbows, Deborah Ramirez, Dreama, it's been a bit. Joe Mama, did you get my email back, darling? You know everything I say is in love, right? Just watching. Read. Hey, Karen, KB Kenner, Linda Bop. Oh, that's right, Linda. I'll talk to you in a minute. Lona Anastopoulos. Anastopoulos. Michelle, Tina Elliott, and Yellowbird. Okay, let's go back to the live chat. And I'm going to go, wait, I'm going to go over to the chat here. And I'm going to tell Linda Bop. Where are you, Linda? Raise your hand. Linda Bop. Go out and come back in, Linda Bop. Angela, where are you? I'll just look for the hearts. There she is. Oh, you already are a moderator. Okay. So let's pop the chat back out. No, not that. I want to be able to see. There you are. Okay, Linda, go out and come back in so that you'll be a moderator. Joe Mama shot in the stomach. Yeah, that's right. You were saying he already has 4. But you know what? I'm not trying to make light of it, Linda. But how he went from a heart attack to 3 stents back to work in 2 weeks, and he looks better than he's been in years. I don't know how he feels, but he looks great. So, all right, there you go. See? Hey, Pam. You made it in late last night. I'm sorry we left not long after you came in, but I was dead. My first cup of tea of the day. Oh. So, it's been a while. Been healing my broken heart. My precious mama passed away February 4th. It's been a difficult year. Oh, honey. I'm so sorry you lost your mom. I remember when my dad passed away, I was 36. And I still felt like an orphan. Because that was my parent, the only parent I had. And once your parent dies, you know, you can be a parent all you want. You can be an adult all you want. But as long as you got a parent alive, or an aunt or an uncle, there's still somebody watching over you, even if it's just because they're there. You know what I mean? I'm so sorry to hear that. Ah, okay, time difference. Roanoke, Virginia. Hey, Regina. We should call you. Oh, it's Regina. I have a niece named Virginia, and we call her Ginger. So I'd call you Ginger from Virginia. Sore. I'm walking with the walker. And I'm not going very far. But, oh, good news. I have a new power station that we are going to preview. And they couldn't send me, it's a 2,000 watt power station. I've got to look at the box for the name and everything. And I've got to email them for the, this is what pain and constant tinnitus does. It really makes it hard. You really have to fight through things to get thoughts through sometimes. And then there's fibro. Okay. I have to get the links. It's not a cheap set, but they couldn't send me the 400 watt solar panels. So they sent me 200 watt solar panels that we can run in series. Like they sent me a 100 watt panel, but that doesn't work with this thing. And they said, okay, well, they said, we can send you two 200 watt panels and you can run them in series. Just don't run a 100 and a 200. They have to be the same kind of thing. Thank you, Linda. So, hey, Frida. And Butterfly Rainbows. So, we're going to be unboxing that today and charging it up. But I have to email the company and say, okay, what are my links for this and all that stuff. So that's happening right shortly. Howie took the last package of ribs. Thank you, Rebecca. Out of everybody gets nicknamed sooner or later, Regina. Everybody. Joe Mama is always Joe Mama. So Howie took the last packet of ribs, thank you to Rebecca, out of the freezer, and I've dumped them some olive oil on them and some paprika and garlic and onion powder and salt and pepper. And then when they're thawed out a little more, I'll rub that all in, and he's going to do them on the barbecue. Oh, my rocking chair's on the deck. Nice. Oh, God, love my husband. And I think I'm seeing an apple on a tree that I didn't expect to have apples on it this year. We'll see. Hey, Tina! Looking at your garden yesterday was so impressive. You can really see all your hard work, but did you see all the weeds? And that's the thing, right? We've gotten so little rain that those weeds were so succulent that they were so, and the ground was so dry that the weeds were just sucking all the moisture out of the beds. And it's like, no, you don't. We gonna get rain? My babies are getting the rain, not you buggers. You know what I mean? Hey, Pioneer Girl. I've been looking at the 4 Patriots unit for Scott's Oxygen. Well, we've decided that we're going to keep the 2,000 watt one for the house. Howie likes the Blue Eddy for in the coach. But if I'm going to the races next weekend, pray that I can get in and out of the coach comfortably next weekend, because that's Canada Day and we will be at the races. And I would like to do my Freaky Friday there. Like get it all set up and do my Freaky Friday outside at the races. Right? So we would need my big power generator to run my speaker and all that stuff. So that's all supposing I can even get to the races. I do not want to spend Canada Day anywhere else but at the races or at my home. Do you know why? Because I don't want to celebrate Canada while that turd is on Parliament Hill. Fried me up a nice plate of shepherd's purse. Oh, shepherd's purse. Yeah, I saw some, what's the stuff that's in the same family as portulaca? It's a succulent. Purslane. So I have purslane out there, and if I had the energy, I would have fried up or even blanched and froze a bunch of those weeds for like in soups and stuff. Because pig's weed and purslane and, well, let me put it to you this way. I saw an interview with a girl from South Korea. Hey, Leanne! Is it the same as purslane? Is shepherd's purse the same as purslane? It's like a succulent with little kind of oval succulent leaves. So if they were the perfect height for harvesting yesterday. I just couldn't do any more than pull. We've lost a chicken. It's escaped and we don't know where it went. And we have to get our pen organized, like hopefully tomorrow. But I don't know if I'm gonna. We've got to get their coop ready for the porch. They'll be laying soon. And the only thing I can hope for is I hope it's the rooster that took off, because it's the only one I don't need. Right? But even if it wasn't the rooster that took off, if I still have Steffi's rooster, she can have it back, and I'll still have 2 laying hens. But I've invested $150 into all these birds. I want my friggin' brown eggs this winter. Shepherd's purse is tall green. Right. It has little, almost like heart-shaped leaves, doesn't it? Shepherd's purse? Or am I wrong? Who eloped? Howie, where's the garlic scapes? The garlic scapes you picked. Hey? Are they in cold water? They should be, please. When you come in for a coffee. I can't hear you. I got a fan going. I got a fan going here, a pool pump there, and Howie's over there somewhere with a wall between us. Oh, the rooster and the hen eloped. No, it escaped. I heard it running through the bush. Howie saw it running through the bush. I grabbed Gracie thinking it was a porcupine. Right? So So yeah, we're gonna be doing today. We're gonna be doing a preview for this new 2,000 watt. Now this thing is really heavy. Um, it would have to be something that it's not something you could Joe. You'd have to get a smaller, like a Blue Eddy, for your car, and keep a bigger one in the house because they're like. How much does that big one weigh, dear? 40 pounds? The power station. More like a goose foot. You're not talking about colt's foot, are you? On what channel? It's going to be on here on our half-acre homestead. It's going to be here on our half-acre homestead. And I have one more car video. Howie putting on the scoop and then painting it. I was not at the races last weekend, so I couldn't get him. And, but I am going to do a little interview with him for him to tell how it worked. So it's a good thing. Apparently, it was a slow weekend last weekend at the races. So yeah, just when you think you're ready to give up, go put your hands in the dirt. I heard once. Okay, weeds. I saw this interview with a girl from North Korea who escaped from North Korea, and they said it's that they eat mostly weeds in the spring. Almost every weed is edible in the spring. It's when they get older and later that some of them can become very toxic. Right. Okay, Joe. So, but she said they call spring the dying time because they starve to death. They literally, North Korean, they eat weeds. They take what they can from the earth. She says it's really horrible. But I was thinking of that last. I'm looking at all that pig's weed and lamb's quarter, and then I saw the purslane, and I thought, oh my goodness, I'm now wishing, because I've got lettuce growing out there, and I wish now I had saved some of it. I've always heard it called shepherd's purse. It gets covered in seeds, just a bit bigger than poppy seeds. Yeah, give me a minute. I'll look this up. I know what it is. I haven't seen it in a long time. It's right there. Yeah, they have little like heart-shaped leaves on them. I got that growing all over the backyard. Hang on, let me get this for you. Let's see if this link works for you. I knew it. It's the little leaves on the plant are like heart-shaped. I don't know what lamb's ear is. So I would say yes, there must be a difference. But, people have different names for different things too, right? So, oh my gosh. Excuse me. I'm starting to sweat. God, somebody said, you need to get in the pool, Bev. I said, how am I going to get in the pool when I can't even walk? How am I going to get up and down those stairs? It would be getting out of the pool that would be the problem, but I think I might even try. Like when I'm sitting here, my knees aren't hurting because I'm sitting here. So the moment I go to get up and walk, that's when it is. have that growing and I never knew what it was. Hey, fun! How's it going? Most plants. Oh. Hang on a second. Oh. I gotta put my bun in. It's even the ponytail's too hot. And I can't find my big pin. Well, I know where they are. They're on my bedside table in my. Oh, and I had such a horrible. Look at the rash under my arm from the sweat. But it was worth it. So the weeds were at the point that they were at the age that they would have made a really nice little meal, maybe. But I just did not have the strength to carry them around the garden. That's better. Because the ponytail was hanging on the back of my head and making it even hotter. Very fuzzy leaves, blooms with yellow flower spike, second year. Okay. Yumi, are you talking about Mullein? Cowboy bum wipe? Like, that's pretty general. That sounds like Mullein. Has these big, soft, fuzzy, gray-green leaves. And then it puts up a big spike with yellow flowers all over it. And those flowers are good for cold remedies, I've heard, but don't quote me on that. It's coming apart, frig-a-dig. Maybe I can sneak one more pin in. Oh, son of a birch. Would that be a poplar? One more time. That's called Mullein. Where is it pouring rain, Terry? Because we could use it. I'm going to have to get off here soon because Howie wants to do the unboxing video while it's still sunny out because we'd like to do it on the deck. Mullein is another, or mullein is another really wonderful plant. Hey, Wanda! See, when I have the big bobby pins, I only need 2. There we go, Granny's back. I hate to leave, but I have to run an errand for my daughter with sick child. Have a great weekend. You too, sweetheart. You too. Excuse me. It's supposed to rain into July. Well, you know what? It's starting to cloud over. Howard, when would you like to do the unboxing? What? What? Okay, as soon as I'm done the live stream. We need those little radios. Howard, come in, Howard. You know? I gather up all the lamb's quarter, blanch it for 2 minutes, and put it in half a cup serving sizes. Freeze it for fall use like spinach. Wow. Hey, Allison, how are you? I'm feeling quite perky today. Not physically. Well, yes, physically. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally. Getting my hands in the dirt, that's something. I heard that allergies meant cut off from earth. Somebody might want to look up the origin of the word allergies. It's got something to do with being cut off from nature. And I heard someone say, or a doctor say once, now don't quote me, check it yourself, that if you have allergies to things outdoors, go outside, take a cup of coffee or whatever, dig a hole in the ground deep enough to go up to mid-shin, like above your ankles, sit down on the ground, put your feet in the hole and bury your feet in the dirt and sit there for 40 minutes. And do that regularly throughout the season that you can do it, right? Hey, Phoebe Long, how are you? Well, I'm hoping it's coming this way. Mary Jo Mosley. Beautiful day in Alabama. Hi, Kathleen Plumley. Haven't had time to be on a while. Well, I don't, it's literally grounding, Joe. Yes, literally grounding. There's different ways you can do it, but the fastest way is putting your feet in the dirt. And I'll tell you what, I had shoes on yesterday, and I'll tell you something too. I used to do everything barefoot. I would only put flip-flops on to drive to go to town, to go to the store, because they wouldn't let me in barefoot. And I was, as heavy as I was even then, I was still much healthier than I am now. Well, and age has something to do with it. But I can correlate a lot of that from the time I had to start wearing shoes all the time. Because my feet are no longer in contact with the earth. So yesterday, I got my hands in there, and I talked to the babies, and I ate some weeds. And you watch that garden go absolutely bonkers. Yeah, being barefoot. But I mean, if you have allergies, you want to take it a step further. You want to put your feet right in the dirt, right? Well, listen, folks, I'm going to go out and sit in my rocker and film Papa doing an unboxing of our power station. But first, I have to email the company and say, okay, we've got it. We're about to do our videos. Please send me the links for people to shop in Canada and the US. But I walk in the garden. I never have my shoes on in the garden. Well, my dad, it drove my Aunt Josie nuts, because we lived in the city when I was a kid, and I went barefoot everywhere, concrete, barefoot everywhere. And she'd say, Beverly, people spit on the ground. I said, well, I'm not about to eat with my feet, right? But the truth is, I mean, anywhere, like in the old days, you know, when you lived in cottages in the old country and stuff, people just leave a dishpan beside their door, rinse off their feet before they go in the house. That's the way I was. My feet were so tough that they were like leather moccasins on the bottom. But my heels started to get cracks in them, and they would fill with dirt. And I would have to soak my feet and scrub them and stuff, but they would never really come clean. And the doctor said to me one day, she said, you're going to get a massive infection in your feet if you don't start wearing shoes. I said, I'll deal when it comes. And one day, one of the cracks got really sore and inflamed, and all I did was soak it in hot salt water. Boom. Hope everybody has a good weekend. My husband is in surgery. First thing Monday a.m. My daughter is going with him because I have bronchial pneumonia right now. Okay, Michelle, well, you're definitely in our prayers. Please keep us posted. And remember, modern procedures nowadays are really, really simple. They're not chest cracking and bypassing like they used to, right? Hey, Ruth, you got them in our prayers, honey. So, yeah, so I can correlate a lot of this, but I can't walk out barefoot anymore. My feet aren't tough. My feet aren't tough, right? Like if Howie, and even so, I have old rugs down in between my beds to keep the weeds down. And Howie still has to whippersnip them. So, listen, I'm going to go out. I got to do an email to the power station company, and you have a power station review. I have a supper coming up that I made with leftover. Literally, not enough leftovers to feed one person. I made into supper, and another car video coming up on Life with the Wolfies. Okay, and of course tomorrow's live stream at 4 p.m. on Life with the Wolfies. All right? I love you guys. Take care. God bless. And remember, you know, everything we do, every reaction we have to whether it's people yelling and screaming and the things going on in the world, filter everything through love. Because if you don't, that sludge gets into your soul, right? Filter everything, every decision, every comment you make to each other through love, and you can't go wrong. Always shine the light of God's love in example. I love you. Take care. God bless. And we'll see you on Life with the Wolfies tomorrow.